Oh, and you're on.
Hi guys, Tiffany here. Welcome to my
Which is
Quilting Life. Today is Sunday where we sew on a Sunday. Yay!
no one has found you yet. There.
So
Oh,
I had to restart the video. As you can tell, this is a restart. And I'll just go over everything that I previously went over. Which is, I am working on my TeaQuilts block swap, which were covered in dust sitting behind me. That's the quick overview. And if you are catching this for the first time because you didn't find the before So Sunday, they were sitting behind me collecting the dust, and you know, fabric and dust just don't get along. It's hard to get it off. So I figured it's time to dust it off as best as possible and make a top. Even if I'm not going to be long arm quilting, I'm going to make a top. So these are from my TeaQuilts block swap from last year, not this year that just happens, but the prior years. And I have a total of 56 blocks. A lot of them were mine. There's 18 of them that were mine, and the rest were all everybody else's that did the swap. So I'm going to put them together, but not just anyway. I'm putting them together as best as I can.
better. Faith says it's much better, and Angela says it's much better.
You know what's really weird is that we tested the other device the other day, and we were on for quite a long time. No buffering, no nothing. All it had was that slight little buzzing sound. So it was just an offerings to me as a temporary device to see if it worked until I got another one. So
well, Kim says this is much better. Katrina says it's much better. They're liking this one better.
Okay,
apparently
so
we're using this old tablet that is really old.
Yeah, this tablet is super old, and unfortunately, until I get a new device that's not old and not used old, because that one that we just had you on was an iPhone 7. So yeah, we're like 5 years ago, and iPhone 7 and 5 years ago is working better than iPhone 7, which is kind of weird because this is an RCA tablet that you guys are on.
I don't even know how new an iPhone 7 is.
And my phone itself, it goes on YouTube, but it doesn't let me do live on YouTube, which you guys know because it freezes and whatever all the time. I don't know why. It used to work before we changed internet services. So anyway,
did you want to quick say hi to everyone?
I'm going to re-say hi to everyone.
We got 28 people on and it's going crazy.
All right. Hi, Faith. Hi, Jill. Hi, Linda. Hi, Darlene. Hi, Kim. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jude. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Judy. Hi, Angela. Hello, June. Hello, Ben. Hello, Shirley. Hello, Shelly. Hi, Janice. Hi, Jim. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Rowena. Hi, Heather. Let's see. I said that. Hi, Auntie Ann. Hi, Mary Jane. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Marla. Hello, everybody, and welcome. So, there you go, Scotty. Anyways, what I was saying before I had to restart the video is I cut all the blocks wonky. So you really can't tell by looking at it. I'm holding it like perfectly straight.
Hi, Paula.
But they're just ever so slightly wonky. And all of these blocks, nobody turned in fabrics that have the same fabrics because the point of this was to be scrappy. So every single fabric in all of these blocks, even the ones I pieced, are different. None of the fabrics are the same. So I decided, I know I'm crazy for doing this, but I decided, and you can see this beautiful pile right here. This is 1.5 inch strips. There are 71 different, no two are the same, 1.5 inch strips. I took off a ton of bolts off my shelf and just cut 1 inch off of everything. I went into my drawers and cut 1.5 inch off of everything. So I cut 71 different 1.5 inch strips, and all I need from each one of these strips is literally 12.5 inches. Yeah, I know. I'm crazy, right? But I'm going to do it.
You're crazy, but we love you.
So my sashing is going to be, every print is going to be different, just the same as the blocks. So I'm going to cut all these a 12.5 inch strip off of it, and then the rest of all of it, I'm actually just going to make a second quilt with. So, because I already cut it all, and you know, I like scrappy quilts, so the rest of it's just going to make a scrappy quilt.
Hi, MJ.
So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that now because that way I can start sewing this together. There's 56 total blocks, and I'm going to be sewing them 7 across by 8 down. And this quilt should finish at 104 by 91.5, or 104.5 by 91.5. Like, literally, it's going to be huge. But it's for my bed, so it's no big deal. I have a queen, and I like it. I have, like, the really tall mattress, so the more it hangs over, the better. So I'm literally going to open these up and cut 12.5 inches off of each of these. So this might take a little bit. I'm going to line them all up and just cut them all at the same exact time, and then I'll just throw them in my little basket here.
Hi, Terry.
And, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So it's going to be a minute of laying these all out, because I only need one strip from each piece.
Can I help with anything? Can
No.
you hand them to you or something?
No,
Okay.
good. Just going to lay them all out and cut it. I probably should have started by cutting a couple so that you guys could at least see. And I should have cut a couple to start, but...
Well, we had internet issues and
Yeah.
phone issues and whatever, device issues.
Everything is an issue today, let me tell you. So 71 prints. Can you believe that? And you're saying, well, there's only 56 blocks. Well, my sashing is going around the outside too, so every piece of sashing is 100% different. Oh, this is going to take a little while.
Marla says it's nice and bright. The black will make everything pop.
Yes. So I'm just going to cut a bunch at a time and one for each hand, right? So I'm just cutting them 12.5 inches. So here's some. The rest I'm just going to throw over there because I'm going to make something with them. And I'll just keep stacking, cutting, over and over until all 71 pieces have been cut. And they're all 100% different, which is cool because this quilt will be super colorful and scrappy. Super duper scrappy and colorful. Lots of different prints in it, which I like. I like scrappy. It's one of my favorite ways of doing quilts is scrappy. It's almost like a fabric tester quilt, you know, with all the different kinds of fabrics. Like a fabric sampler almost. Not just a block sampler, but a fabric sampler. A little bit of everything. And yes, surprisingly, I had more than 71 different styles of fabric. There's a bunch I didn't cut from because I didn't want to go under a yard on the ones that are on my shelf. Because, you know, I like to have a yard on those. You never know when you need one full yard of fabric. So I definitely tried to stay away from those ones. And took from the ones that had oddball amounts, like 56 inches, you know?
Angela says fabric sampler is definitely the name of this quilt.
Yeah.
Darlene said it'll definitely be a scrappy quilt.
So it's going to take me a little while to do, but hopefully it'll go kind of quick. Because I cut all the blocks down. I did that yesterday. That way I didn't have to do that on camera today. Because it took a while to cut all those blocks. Actually, I started the day before yesterday.
You just want to see one of them? I can show you a bunch of them, but if you just want to see one, you want to see a close-up of one of the blocks.
You guys should remember, I did all my blocks on videos, and then the other people's that did their blocks, you know. Everybody's block is 100% different. No two are alike. And they're all scrappy. So it's from the TeaQuilts block swap. And like there's some of mine. Like there's a cat that lines up perfectly right there.
That is cool, the cat.
Yeah.
Hi Joe, hi Ben.
Alright, I'm gonna get back to cutting. And we got guitars on that one again. I mean, there are some that have the same, but they're not the same guitar showing.
Hi Sandra. Wendy asks, don't some have to be block size plus sashing to make it around the blocks?
No. They all need to be 12.5 because I'm building the sashing around the block. The sashing has to be the size of the block. And I have cornerstones. I'm using black for cornerstones. which I already pre-cut. So I already have my little stack of cornerstones that are 1.5 inches.
Oh, okay, we're back. Don't
That's
ask me.
because you plugged it in, probably.
I'm sorry, I just plugged it in. The whole screen just went black. And it came back. I'll shut up.
I'm literally just going to do 2 stacks now. It's a lot of fabric to cut.
Hi, Linda.
But again, I'm going to make something with the last of it all, so that way none of the fabric goes to waste. I'll
Hi,
have
Crystal.
a string quilt afterwards. Or what Karen Brown calls the after quilt. So how is everybody doing today? I've had one heck of a week
Hi, Billy.
that has tired me out. Whew, let me tell you.
Sandra wants to know what you're working on.
My TeaQuilts block swap blocks are finally being turned into a quilt.
Marla asks, was this a paper piece block?
No. These were just piecing clumsy strings together. Clumsy strings. Is that even a word?
Hi,
Crumbs
Patty.
and strings. Just piecing scraps. We all used scraps for this. Let's do the third. You over there. All I'm doing is taking 12.5 inches off of each of these fabrics so that they all could be different.
Marla says your daughter is beautiful and she looks so much like her mama.
Oh, thank you. Yes. If you guys didn't see already, my daughter graduated high school. I posted a video the night of when we got home. I started putting the video together for her. And I posted it here to YouTube for all of you guys to see. And I had to do a lot of editing because I had to cut out all the names and stuff in the video because I don't feel that it's right to put other kids' full names on the live stream. So I cut it all out so that all you guys heard was my daughter's name. Only I am crazy enough to cut out 71 different prints of fabric. Like, seriously? There's a lot of fabric here. Alright, I'm going to cut all of these at the same exact time.
Did Becca come back onto this one?
I have no idea.
Oh, I don't see her on here. I was going to ask her if this one's better than the phone. Everyone else was saying it was. But she's more techie than we are.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying congratulations. Nice.
Yes. And she went through, I told her, I said, you need to go on the YouTube and see everybody's comments. So she went through and liked you guys' comments so that you know that she was, you know, saying thank you pretty much without saying thank you to all of them individually.
They're saying they like this one better. Jill says your hand looks like it has better movement.
It's only because this
Paula
is our
says this one
trusty
is much
device
better.
for now.
Well, Paula says this one is much better. But no, Jill was talking about your hand, your wrist.
Oh.
Kim says Maxine is as pretty as her mama.
You hear that?
Yeah. Somebody's car. Flying.
Oh. I was going to say, what the heck is that sound?
Patty says this one's much better than the phone.
Yep. Guess this is what I'll stick with until I get a new device. Wow, there's so much to do. I should have pre-cut a ton of these prints. That way I wasn't like boring you guys with me
What?
sitting
You don't
here
have to
stacking
finish
them.
it today.
But I do have to start it, either way.
Hi, Teresa.
Hello, hello, hello.
Shirley says her granddaughter's graduating in June, but they're not going to be able to attend because of all this stuff going on.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, this school here, they had a bazillion different, like, oh, we're going to do it, oh, we're not going to do it, oh, and then finally when they decided they were going to do it, then they were going to cut the amount of tickets that the kids were allowed to get, and I don't know, they just changed their minds so many times.
Oh, I don't know.
But we were allowed to go, and the place was crowded, not a dry seat in the house. It literally was full.
Hi, Mary. Crystal asks, how big are the blocks finished size?
They'll be 12 inches finished. 12 and a half inch unfinished.
Okay. So these ones that we just showed them aren't finished?
No.
Is that what you're telling? Okay.
Yeah, those are considered unfinished. They're just
Okay.
black. Just lining this up.
Teresa
Cut
asks,
them
what
all
block
at the
are you
same
making?
time. I'm putting together my TeaQuilts block swap blocks. Not making a specific block. I'm just putting together a quilt that I should have put together a long time ago. Last year, a long time ago.
Crystal says, I finally can do live, but I have to be on a computer to do it. Yeah, it took us a while with different devices when we first started, and Tiff going live.
No, she's probably talking about being on the live stream.
to watch?
Video to watch, yeah.
Oh, I thought she meant making videos. Hi, Melinda. Melinda says hello and congratulations to Maxine.
Hello.
She says she looks like you, beautiful. Talking to you, obviously.
Thank you.
Oh, Carissa said her youngest graduated last year and they did a short video showing their school ID and if they got any scholarships.
Really?
She says that was pretty much it. My daughter didn't even watch. She went to work.
That is kind of lame.
Well, that's last year. Ours was canceled last year too. Here,
Yeah,
I don't know what
they
they
did
did.
drive-by diplomas last year, where you drove up in your car
Yeah,
and picked your diploma.
yeah. So dumb.
Yeah.
Hi, Emily.
Hello, hello.
Did you tell Emily we got her stuff?
Yes.
Okay. We got your stuff, Emily. There you go. Now I told her again.
But anybody, I can tell you right now, anybody who has sent in or is waiting on long arm services, you guys are all going to have to wait. I was going to do a mass text to everybody who has quilts waiting to be quilted by me. But unfortunately, I had a screen and handlebar malfunction, so that is in the shop.
Yep, the long arm is taken apart momentarily.
Yeah, it's temporary apart.
Out of order.
Yeah. But it should be back hopefully soon, sometime during this week.
Tiff likes to say her husband is naked.
Yes, my other husband is naked. It's kind of funny, actually.
I think it's
Because it
funny.
looks weird without handlebars. Like, have you guys ever really looked at a long arm without the handlebars? It looks really weird.
Hi, Mila.
It just looks like an empty machine.
Judy says, I still have my T-Blocks quilts too, Tiff. Haven't started putting them together.
Well,
So I
this
guess
is
you're not
what
alone.
I'm doing. And I've actually heard that quite a few people haven't put theirs together. So I am finally putting mine together because of the amount of dust that was on them was, like, concerning. Like, Tiffy, get to work. Because, yeah, I've been not doing anything other than long arming mostly lately. And then the Dresden, making the Dresdens. So. I'm getting down on a pile.
I don't think anyone knows, even Maxine, Angela. Angela
What?
asked, is Maxine going to college? I don't think
She got
we
a
even know what
scholarship
she's
for
doing.
community college here. And I don't know what she's doing with it or if she's signing up to do whatever. She wants to be a therapist, or a psychologist, I mean, of, for children.
Well, like any teen, they change their mind a lot, so.
And she's been saying psychologist for like 10 years, though. Yeah, I don't know why.
So we shall see. I'm sure whatever she chooses, she'll be well at. We hope that she does something in sign language, because she was actually very good at that. But that's up to her. Hi, Zella.
Alright. Let's cut some more stitches off. I'm literally doing the two-handed thing here. It's like ribbon. And yes, I will use all those fabrics up in a different quilt.
Oh yes, Ben, I know. Tiff and I used to point out all kinds of stuff about that for her. Even churches and stuff hire sign language people and everything, yeah. She could do a lot with that. She could work at the local community college. They have sign language people. So that's why I was telling her to go with it, because she taught herself by watching a TV show. She got into a TV show, just a regular TV show, and she taught herself just by watching it. She was really good.
She was going down to the American Sign Language Club they have here in town for children and reading books to them in sign language. She did that for a couple months.
Hi, Margaret. Well, she even joined a deaf group that signed, and they met at a coffee shop every so often. She used to go to that.
People are always needing interpreters.
Yep. So we tried to push that a little on her, but she's a grown-up. She, you know,
make up her own mind.
She has to make up her own mind. She taught herself, and we got her books and DVDs, but she taught herself and did everything. Oh, Ben says I am an occupationalist and I am a sign language certified, and I got paid extra for the certification.
That's cool.
Teresa
cool.
says Maxine sounds like a sweetheart.
Yes.
Oh, an occupational therapist. Okay, not an occupationalist.
Okay, not many more to go. If I could just keep stacking. I'm cutting, for those that are joining, I'm cutting 12.5-inch strips from 71 different fabrics. So 71 different prints are going to be the sashing throughout my quilt. Because why not? It didn't take me that long at all, really. I just pulled out a bunch of fabrics, and they're all different, you know, and then pulled them off the shelves. I did not pull anything that said that it had a yard or less. You know what I mean? Only the things that had more than a yard on them. And then from my drawers, I took the whatever, because those doesn't matter. Those were all miscellaneous between, you know, half a yard or less or whatever. And I just cut 1.5-inch strips off of everything.
Hi, Margaret.
So it didn't take really that long to cut all these strips out.
We'll have to tell Maxine that one, Margaret.
What?
She once hired a school psychologist for testing a deaf child and paid him $2,000 plus commuting fees.
Wow. And yes, I will be using all of this fabric to make a quilt when I'm done. Another day. But right now it just looks like ribbon.
It does. Like a little cheerleader thingy almost.
Yep.
If you can be in the spirit squad or whatever it's called, cheerleaders.
I could actually probably just make like a jelly roll race, except for these are honey bun sized strips with the last of it if I want. Doesn't really matter what I do with the rest. I was kind of just thinking making some blocks and putting them on point or something with it all. We'll see. I
Hi,
have
Donna.
no idea. It'll be in a project basket, and whenever I get a chance, I'll start it.
Hey, Penny, how you doing? We've been wondering. We've been talking about you. We haven't heard from you in a while. We were hoping all was well. She says, I caught you at last. How are you doing? Penny?
I'm good. I'm just really fatigued, but I did have a busy week, and my body and my mind are not used to as much that happened this week, you know. I was planning on even coming on live stream this week, but with everything that was going on, it just made it hard, so it never happened. It's just been a super busy week, and I missed a lot of the videos that I normally watch throughout the week too, because the company was here and the graduation and the party and all that stuff, because we had a graduation party here as well, so it was quite loud and busy on Friday here. Thursday we weren't even home, and on Friday it was...
Tiff's mom and her aunt were here for a couple days, and they had fun.
Yep, we had an adult slumber party.
Hi, Melinda. Kim said when she graduated, there was snow on the ground. Can you believe that?
Wow.
May 25th.
That's crazy.
Marla says you look like your mom.
I get that.
Hi, Tessa.
I look like my dad, though. If you guys ever, if you'll never, but if you did ever had seen my dad, I look like my dad.
I don't know who I look like.
You don't look like your mom, that's for sure. Nothing like her at all.
I shaved. I meant because the shave's head there.
No, you don't look like your mom, that's for sure. Okay, not very many more to go.
So Penny, were your ears ringing? We were just talking about you the other day when her mom and aunt were here, about her friends that watch her all around the world. You were one of them that we mentioned, because you're in South Africa. They couldn't believe it.
I don't know why anyone would think that this is just only an American thing, because it's not.
Yeah, but still, it's cool to hear that you had fans all over. Your mom and aunt thought that was really neat, especially your aunt.
Yeah.
They're all talking about when they graduated, how long ago, and what it was like comparing to now.
Now, well,
They're
now...
saying 2020 will be a story our graduates can share. And Penny says, oh, I missed you. Have been working hard, but nearly caught up. Hope to be sewing this week. Well, that's good, Penny. Uh-oh, we're asking Kim how old she is. Uh-oh, not supposed to ask that one.
I've never had a problem with anybody asking me how old I was.
Just joking, because,
Oh.
you know, you're not supposed to ask the lady her age.
Oh.
You know. Hi, Lizette. I was just trying to liven up the show.
Oh. Welcome everybody joining and watching me stare down here while I stack my 1.5 inch strips so that I can cut
You're
them
having fun
into
there, though.
12.5 inch pieces, but only one from every fabric. All 71 of these I'm only cutting one 12.5 inch piece from. But I'm almost done, almost done. And then I'm gonna start sewing them on to the blocks.
Well, thank you, Jill. See, Jill says I always lie to
Mhm.
And yes, Joyce, I agree with that. She says age is just a number.
Yeah.
I got a guy at the gym that I don't really work out with, but I see him and I talk to him every time I see him there. He's 89 years old, and that guy does more stuff than half the people there. He amazes me. I always tell him every time I see him, he's my motivation. Hi, Sharon.
All right, I didn't think this would go this fast, but it did.
Well, that's good, Kim. I was just messing around.
Okay.
Yes, we heard about Nita, Shirley. I don't know if everyone else knows.
No, I don't think so. And don't bring it up if she doesn't want to talk about it. That's,
No. Well, Shirley mentioned it.
yeah. If they don't talk about it, don't talk about it. Because some people don't want everybody knowing about their lives. All right, here we go. So what I'm going to do is toss all this salvages in my bin. Put that away.
Crystal said that's awesome. I think she's talking about the 89-year-old fella at the gym.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all of my pieces. I'm going to start with these. So I decided, since I swapped out my center block on all mine, they were white with my name on them. I swapped them all out and put black in. I am going to go around. These are going to go on the top and then the bottom row. So whatever's at the top, I mean down the sides. These are going to go down the sides. I wrote it down. These are going to go down the sides because I separated 16 of them, and then the other ones I just left in the big pile. So it's going to go 7 across by 8 down, and I'm going to just put sashing on the one side and then come back and hook a cornerstone and then add that to every block. So for now, I'm just going to sew sashing onto one side of every single one of these, and they should be exactly 12.5 inches. And I'm using black thread because there's black in this quilt, so black thread just seemed more appropriate. And I'm just going to chain piece all these through. And every single sashing is a different color, so it should be pretty darn awesome.
I think it is.
What?
Pretty darn awesome.
Yep. When I get a certain amount done, I'm going to hand them to Scotty to press back.
Ooh, I got the iron today? I should have worn my iron shirt. I didn't know that. I want to get to work. Is this keeping, or is it going out in the circle?
I was going to use it in the closet, but...
I used it. I was just not sure if it just broke on everything.
So all I'm doing is just sewing a sashing strip to every single one of these.
Hi, Liz. Right there he is. He's powered on. He's charging.
Not charging, heating.
Well, heating. Same difference. They knew what I meant. Hi, BJ. Angela says, I would have to overthink what sashing I was sewing onto each block. I need to be more like Tiff.
I don't care. I'm just grabbing and sewing. They're all different, so it really doesn't matter on these, because every single piece is a different color or print. They're all prints. I didn't use solids. No solids. Just prints. And I don't care what lands where, just because it doesn't matter, since they are all
Yes, Janice, he's right here.
He's
all heated
using
up.
Squeak today.
He's all heated up, ready to go.
Yeah.
He's ready and riled up.
There you go. And make sure you stack them all the same way when you're finished so that I know.
What do you mean stack them all the same way?
With the open, once you open these, press them back, stack them all on the same side.
Okay,
That way they stay in the direction I need them.
okay.
Because I'm building this without laying it out. This is one of those quilts that there's no need to lay it out. I'm just building.
So you want me to
Because I
iron
have a
this
little chart that I drew up on a little piece of paper next to me. So I'm just building it as I go.
You want me to iron this side open and iron all that way? That
Yeah,
side.
make sure there are no folds, pleats, or creases, please.
Harder to iron glitter fabric. That's okay, we got it done.
I'm gonna put this on this side of me, I think. Make it easier. It's gonna be so colorful. And like I said, it's gonna be like 91.5 by 104.5, so it's gonna be quite large of a quilt.
Oh, you got the couture fabric in here? That's awesome.
And I cut all my blocks wonky, like I said. I just laid the ruler on them, my 12.5-inch ruler, and just cut them all out, but slightly crooked. So they aren't going to lay straight. Purposely, because I want the wonky look. But it's not going to be like super wonky, it's just slightly, which gives it that even more scrappy feel.
I like the wonky look.
And none of these colors, none of these fabrics that I cut are black either. I tried to not pull anything that was black. They're dark, but they're not black. Some of them are like a navy blue or something like that. Nothing that's black.
Angela asked, do you ever use your Panasonic iron?
Yes.
Yes, she does. That's your charger iron, right?
Yeah.
Yes. She uses different irons for different things.
Yeah, I use the cordless one when he's not helping or in here to help to get things done faster. I use it when I'm just making a single block, and I just use my little portable ironing board.
And then Jill asked, did you put the black border around the blocks, or was that part of the
That
block
was
swap?
part of the block swap. They all had black around them. And they were a white center, but I took mine apart and re-sewed them when I got them back. So that I didn't have a bunch of blocks with my name on it. So mine are just plain black, except for one. I left one with the name on it.
What's your name?
So 16 of them are got black centers. Actually, 17 of them do. There's one that's blended in there. One more. And they're not going in any particular order except for the fact that my black centers are going down the sides. And I did not put a full bobbin in here. I put a half a bobbin in here. So I'm trying to use up all these extra.
What comment now? Is that going to come up?
It's going to have a seam.
Oh, okay. That won't be seen?
Nope.
Okay. So we're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Cody.
I'm trying to use up all these unfinished bobbins. Because there's a lot of them. So I'll probably have to change my bobbin a few times during today's video. Because I'm chain piecing. All right.
Will you chain piece away, my love?
So now I'm going to start on these.
Did you purposely put the heart one on the one with all the hearts and reds, or did that just happen that way?
That just happened that way.
Really? That
Yep.
looked like it was meant to be.
All right, so now start sewing all these. And all the names on everybody's blocks are also facing directional, so I'm not going to turn them and have a name upside down. They're all just going to be readable right side up because the blocks aren't upside down or right side up as long as the name is readable. So here's my actual block that I didn't cut my center out. Again, I made a video putting these together for TeaQuilts block swap.
Hey, Cherry.
I think it was the end of 2019 that we did these. Because they were swapped in the beginning of 2020, before the whole COVID thing happened.
Crystal says, can't wait to see this finish.
Me neither. Only so it can hang in the closet and collect more dust as a finished top at least.
Pretty much.
Because that's what's going to happen. Thanks to my handlebar problem and my screen problem with my long arm, I'm kind of backed up now on long arm jobs.
It's alright, everyone will understand. It happens.
Yep. It's the second time that this has happened with my long arm. Because they replaced my screen in 2019, remember? So, and my handlebars.
I think Joyce says I need to press faster. Yeah, I'm not as fast as Tiff.
Nope, he's not as fast as me at all. Is anybody sewing? And if so, what are you sewing today? I'm curious what everybody's up to.
I didn't even see this.
What did I see?
Your hairy child. I didn't even see this. I've been ironing, standing over top of him. I didn't even notice he crawled in there. Did you see that? The shoebox I just asked you? Look at him. He's just sitting there. Didn't even notice he was there.
What?
That one has cute froggies on.
What's everybody doing?
Okay, one minute. You asked that like 2 at a time, but it's so much. I just. You're out where Angela told me to iron faster.
Okay. Doing my bobbins now. Tiffany, way too many partial ones. Yes. That happens all the time to me. I think that I'm going to start a whole project, and then instead of digging through my bobbins for the color that I chose, I roll new ones. And I should just use the partials. So now I'm going to use up all of my partials. And I actually didn't have very many partials in my black, which was surprising. But I do have a ton in every other color that's from my thread drawer and my other thread drawer. Like, I don't know how I got so many of them. But I do, so I'm just going to have 2 different color threads on a ton of stuff, probably, because, yeah.
It'll blend in with this. It won't be noticeable.
Alright, here's a stack. I'm trying to keep the blacks separated from these.
Oh, so that's its own different pile?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm done with the other pile.
Can't wait to see this finish. Are those improv blocks? They're built like log cabins. They were swap blocks with my TeaQuilts swap last year. How many blocks in each row? I'm doing 7 across by 8 down. So 7 blocks across by 8 down. June is sewing a Bargello. That sounds like fun. Marla's doing 4 patches. Lori Holt. Billy's string quilt for daughter-in-law. Katrina's trying to finish the quilt top she posted yesterday. Jessica's not sewing. She's cleaning up my sewing area. That's what I did while my family was here, and like they would be doing like taking showers or talking or whatever they were doing, and I'd just come in here. I would organize a little bit, and then they'd need me again, and yeah, that's all I did for the last couple days. Linda's not sewing tonight. She's doing counted cross stitch. Laura, would you believe I'm done? I'm sewing a Dresden. Aww! Does this box make my butt look big? Yeah, right. Just so the last row of the rainbow quilt I have finished as of yet. Still don't know how many. My plan is to enlarge it. So you're just going to make more blocks, Carissa, to enlarge it, or are you just going to border it? I would border it out with like rainbow color. All the colors that you used, I would just continuously put them around it. That's if you have enough fabric for that. I think that would look cool. Make it bigger. Just with borders. It goes faster that way. Thank you, S. Taylor. He is a cutie. He's weird too. Like, he was literally out all week and weekend. He did not go and hide from anybody and everybody like he does on a normal basis.
He really liked your mom and your aunt. He really liked her.
I just pulled out the stove and fridge to clean under them. Yuck. Oh my goodness, Podunk. Yeah, we probably need to do that here someday soon. Donna is sewing patches of granddaughter's Girl Scout vest. Ah, I used to actually sew patches for people on leather. I did leather patches. I did that for a while, but nobody ever comes to me anymore for it, so. BJ's knitting a log cabin baby blanket. Now that should be interesting. I've never seen a knitted log cabin baby blanket. Paula's finished up her rags and receiving blankets for some friends of hers that are having their first baby in July. Aw, that's sweet. It's a great gift too, because you could never have enough burp rags. Like, seriously. It's finished a scrappy quilt earlier. I thought it was done until the day I watched him use I started to cut for a quilt for my son's girlfriend. No time like the present. If you want a small block swap, check out Quilts on Tour, swap groups of 12. A new one will be starting soon. Okay, Jim. Kim sewed for like 3 hours this morning. Beck isn't happy, so she's resting. Angela's laying out blocks, starting to sew. We're back together. Tanya cleaned house, washed 3 loads of laundry. Back hurts too much to sit and sew. Deborah just finished black and blue tropics quilt. Only needs border and then long arm. Ooh. Hi, Jaded. Let's see. I'm working on it. Ah, you're doing the Edita Sitar's mystery quilt. That's cool. I've been watching. I I don't really follow along too many. I mean, I watch the videos, but I don't really get to do many of the mystery quilts and stuff because I have so many things to do with my own channel. So I kind of like, I can never keep up. So that's why I don't do them. But I do watch them. I keep up with the videos at least. They close out the foot we're using back. Carmen. Oh my God, I'm tears. Sorry, Vicky. Working on a dresden, but not a normal one. Patty is finishing the cowboy themed quilt. She's putting up the area. Did iron panels going to make row pillows? Hubby wants. Shirley is quilting California King Dragon panel for quilt for son-in-law.
We like
and
dragons.
For, son-in-law for Father's Day. Ooh, that's awesome. Been hiding a few years. Jessa is trying to create a cutting table because I have a graduate myself from just making blocks and I'm confident beginner now, so I need a table. Yes, you need a table. Yes. I went through like 15 different tables though when I started.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It was always, let's try this, nope, let's try that, nope, that didn't work, let's try this, nope.
I hated changing their tables out. I was like, just pick one.
I went through a ton. I love this one though. Out of all the tables, this is the best. I did like my stand-up table though, my bar height table. I kind of miss using that. But I don't have enough room in here for it, so.
One table we had to cut a special piece out of the top, and we spent like hours, our friends spent a long time working on that table, making it all special so the sewing machine actually sit in it.
It's piecing crazy squares together, also outlined mine with white
And
cotton.
then when it was done, we couldn't do nothing with that table, so it got thrown in the trash.
Hope you have a blessed. No, a guy picked it up, remember? On the corner, on the curb. We put it on the curb and he picked it up.
I don't remember that now.
Yeah.
But it got
Videos
up
when
and
you
taken
do,
out.
they are super fun to keep up with. I'm not sewing to leave back problems, hoping shots will work. Aw, Darlene. Alright, you can read while I sew
Okay.
some more
Are
now
you
that you've caught up. I caught up and now he caught up with the ironing. So now I can continue sewing.
I could read off the names of everybody's block here.
I didn't know there's a Woodstock, Illinois.
I'm sure there's tons of cities in different states that no one knows about. Here's an Intercourse, Pennsylvania. Carissa posted what the finished quilt top is right now. Okay.
Okay. I'll look when I'm off. If you guys want to share anything to the Facebook group, and if you haven't joined yet, there's a link in the description of the video to the Facebook group. I put the link in, but I'm sewing, and Scott don't know how to do that. But if you want to join the Facebook group and share the projects you're working on, I've been kind of a little, I have to say, I've been a little lame about posting things because I've been...
You put this piece upside down.
Did I?
Yeah, because
Oh.
this is definitely the dull side and it's my bright red.
Okay.
Are we leaving it because it looks
Nope.
okay?
Uh-uh.
Okay. There you go.
Can you re-iron it back down though, please?
Oh, yeah, you should have told me that beforehand, Dave. Yeah, that I can do. It happens, that's why I make mistakes.
I put something on upside down. Found me a seam ripper. Didn't mean to do that one. It's because the right side actually looks like it would be the wrong side, honestly.
Well, this piece, the front and the back look exactly the same. because I thought you did it again because it's dull. But I look at the back, it's just as dull, so I don't know. Some of them, it's hard to tell.
There, it's fixed. Ooh. A lot of sewing ahead of me today.
I was just reading names. Oh, this one's from T. This one's a TeaQuilt. Whoa, how did they do that? Is that like printed on there ahead of time?
Yeah, probably printed.
That's cool.
There's another one I think that has it too, but bigger. Bet you some of you guys that are here right now's blocks are in here, like June, right there, June Hansen. Right
That's
there.
what I was saying. I should read off the names and see who else here. There's a bunch of them.
Any of you that did last year's, get yours put together. 'Cause
Look, honey, there's Tucker. You talk about him a lot.
Yep.
Tucker, that young kid. How old is he again?
16.
16. A young quilter kid. See? Quilters showing all ages. This looks good. Good. You guys stop talking, or did I think?
For you?
I always said everything pretty much since.
Is it frozen?
I think so.
Quiet night, huh? You guys are
It's
just
just a
watching me sew.
Oh, this one's cool. It's got an interesting dragon. It's got some butterflies. See, there Kimbo. She says you're not frozen. Jill says I started watching you when you had your birthday quilt hanging behind your ironing board.
Oh, yep, hanging on the wall.
Do you host block swap?
I have not done a block swap yet, and I plan to in the future, just not. I need to get my, like, I'm not an organized, scheduled person whatsoever. Like, I'm not. I cannot schedule something because something is going to happen, and it always does. Is going to happen to ruin the schedule, or break the schedule, or break the cycle. You know what I mean? It's just.
Hence you're so long and still not finished. That we
Yeah.
started how many weeks ago?
2. That's it. So I can't, it's hard for me to be on a schedule. With that being said, if I do something, I just need to get all of my disaster situated and all the things caught up on that I'm doing before I start something else. Does that make sense? And even if it's just me finishing all my tops and getting them hung up, because I do have a lot of things started, that's about, you know, the most of it. Just getting things done, at least to the needed to be quilted part.
We still haven't gotten your last 2 quilts posted on Etsy yet. I showed you guys.
Yeah, I haven't even been posting things for sale. It's been behind, and I soon want to be. I want to do an auction to raise some money, and I can't do that yet because I'm not caught up with other things. I'm like literally trying to get everything back caught up. Yeah, I'm like so behind.
That's funny, Terry. Our weather's the opposite.
What?
She's saying the weather's never this nice this early in the season. Very lately, we've been having cool weather. Our weather's never this nice this early. It's normally too insanely hot by now.
Yeah.
We were worried that we would be sitting there all through graduation sweating our butts off, and it was actually a very nice night.
Yep, we had wind and everything.
Because, yes, normally this time of the year it's well over 100. Oh my, Elizabeth Murphy, she has some John Deere fabric on here. That's my kind of fabric.
Huh.
John Deere green.
Alright, just a few more to sew, and then I can start going the opposite direction after I attach cornerstones to 56 strips. It's gonna be such a fun quilt.
It is.
Tons of different things to look at. Gives you guys ideas if you want to do sashing and you don't want, oh man, that's not going to end up in a seam either.
Oh, that sucks.
One of
my
my
connection, Crystal, is it working?
One of my
So.
strips is got a slice in it, so I'm gonna dig through here and find its matching piece.
Well, Kim, make those into curtains. I think John Deere fabric curtains would be the coolest thing ever.
And cut
My
another,
wife probably wouldn't let me hang them, but I would still love them.
cut a 12.5-inch piece off that does not have a boo-boo on it.
So, Kim, I say you make them and take pictures.
Just get thrown on the side, right there.
Kim says this will be your own I Spy quilt.
Yeah,
Angela says it will be a very colorful quilt.
yes, very much so. Alright. Now to start, I'm going to take 56 pieces and hook a cornerstone to them. So now just cornerstone time. And hopefully I don't lose count. Because I'm really horrible with counting.
Do you want me to
always
count
lose my
56
place.
out and put them in a stack for you?
No, it's fine.
That way you don't have to count?
No, it's
Okay.
okay. 2. would be nice if I was actually sewing. Another half a bobbin done.
No, Kim, you misunderstand. I don't want your fabric for me. I want you to make it and hang it and put pictures so I can see it. My wife won't let me do anything with it.
He doesn't use his quilt that I made him. He don't need anything else. Quilt-wise.
Excuse me? I did use my quilt every single day until you made me stop, so I don't care.
I told you you did.
Angela says, see now, if that was me, I would be taking a break now. No wonder I don't get enough done.
Alright, now it should last a while. That's 3.
I don't know, Kim. You better ask her that.
What?
That's not a question for me.
4.
You have a non-random no-name one in here? Did you know that?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll put it in the other stack. That's where you want them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The name stack's higher.
No, it goes in the stack. It's actually supposed to be the 3rd one.
I just told you you had a no-name one, and you...
It's a tiny piece. It got messed up in the tearing it apart process.
Why doesn't it go in this stack then?
Because there's 16 exactly there for the sides.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm lost.
Now I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna go in 10. That'll help me.
That's what I do when I'm counting a lot of things. I put them in stacks of 5 or 7 or whatever. Because I always forget where I'm at.
Alright, there's 10. I'm really horrible with keeping track of how many I've done or haven't done. Very horrible with that. And honestly, it really doesn't matter because some are still getting hooked anyway to fabrics all the way, the rest of the way around. I just didn't want to over sew on the blacks because I cut more than I need. And the leftovers will go in my 1.5 inch scrap square bin. Because I have a 1.5 inch scrap bin for squares.
Trina says, Tiffany, I've been stuck on 10 for 2 days, so I would use a different AMT, different R, AMT,
I don't know.
amount? She means amount, maybe. I would use a different amount. That's what I mean. A different amount.
Now all I'm doing is attaching my cornerstones. And then I'll turn around and attach these to all the blocks. Because I need to put 56 of those on there. And then the top and the left side of the quilt will need the only thing that needs sashing. And I'm not putting a border. The sashing is the final border on the outer side. Which the right side and the bottom will have already been built onto the blocks. This makes it so that I don't have to lay anything out on the floor. I just start sewing. Yeah. I'm just going to quilt over it.
Okay.
It happens.
Alright, there's one done. Good to go. Angela, I thought I just came across your block, but nope, it's a different last name. Yes, Sherry, they certainly are. These are some cool blocks. They are.
There should be 15 left. It's 56 altogether. All right, 15 left for the outer side. All right. Now I don't have to count anything. I just counted them all on my lap, so the blacks I just go until I'm out of these. And since these are being pressed to the color, when you press these, hook that onto the side so that it's going in.
Okay.
Alrighty. So now I just need to sew all these through. Lots of work, lots of work. But it'll all pay off because it'll look awesome. What's everybody talking about?
The temperatures that they're having, and Chris's thing, and she said there's some cool blocks, and I read you everything.
Did everybody get their Dresdens finished? At least the top made? The ones of you that are sewing that? We're going to work on the secondary project soon enough. I just been, you know, behind on everything. I wanted to get myself back on track.
Soon enough. I've been bugging her every day to get it done so we can get one thing out of here. So hopefully, I've been bugging her. But the long run broke down, that made a big ordeal. That was rough.
Can't work on my client's quilt on the long arm if I can't work on, you know, the long arm. It's a good thing I don't have anything loaded on it. I mean, I can quilt from the rear side, but that's kind of hard if you're custom quilting and using rulers, because you can't do that from the back side.
So, am I just like stretching this thing out? Am I supposed to like pull it at all? Or?
Well, start by going like this.
Yeah, I did. This was the one you had done for me.
Yeah, just turn them all under,
Well, they're so little, I don't
like
know.
this. Try not to stretch them, but, you know.
Hey, messing up my dung pile. The whole one that I have. Okay, Auntie Ann's still working on it. Kim says she has the blocks done with the sashing and borders to do. Teresa's still working on it. She's been at Dad's for about 12 days. Mama says no, I took a Dresden break, only have 6 days. To the background pieces. Lisa says got my Dresden fabric and will soon be cutting. She's working on a UFO. Jim says done with Dresden's, working on add-ons to them. Oh yes, we have the backing fabric, Angela. I guess
Yeah,
we
I
can show
got
you guys that.
I thought you showed them the other day.
I thought we showed
When
them
I was
too,
on
but
before I
maybe she
came on.
wasn't here because she asked did your client decide on backing fabric. Hi Heather.
Yeah, it's like a deep burgundy maroony color. You like how I said that? Deep burgundy maroony color.
Heather, you and Patty are both on here. We were talking about you guys the other day with Tiff's family. We were telling them about her friends that she has that watch her all around the world. Or Penny, sorry. You and Penny are both on here. We mentioned you guys both.
Because my aunt was curious about my out of the country postcards.
Teresa says her dad just broke out with shingles last night, so they now know why he was hurting so much.
Oh man.
My grandma used to get shingles a lot.
Yeah, I had a friend that had shingles.
I don't know how many times she had them in her life, but I know she used to get them. Do you want me to put these in stacks of 10?
Huh?
Do you want me to put these in stacks of 10?
No.
Okay.
I'm just sewing them on. Once they're on, they're going right onto the blocks.
Okay. 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 I'm saying okay.
Whew. This is a lot of work. But I'm almost done sewing these on. And then I can start sewing the ones that Scott has pressed onto the blocks. And then I can start putting the blocks together. Alright, last one of those.
Yes, they are quite painful. One right here.
Alright.
There's a shot one. There's a shot for everything nowadays, isn't
For
there?
shingles? Really? I didn't know that.
That's what Mary says.
I knew there was a medicine for people to take too when people get shingles. Alright. So now I'm going to start with these guys because this is my top, or the start of every row. And now I'm going to start hooking these onto them. So I'm going to have it with my sashing to the top, and then I'm going to put my little black cornerstone to the top. And the seams are pressed in opposite directions, so with the cornerstone and the sashing, it should all be the same exact size again.
Oh, yes, there is a shot, but it's out of pocket.
So now all I'm going to do is just hook a different one with a cornerstone on every single one of these.
So yeah, then we wouldn't be able to afford it in a referral.
I'm just nesting my cornerstone seam, sewing them all. This is going to keep me from having to lay the quilt out. I don't even really need the chart. The only thing I needed the chart for was to remember what area I was putting my blocks.
Okay, Mary, Mary's having internet issues. She's gonna go out and come back in.
Okay.
It's okay, Jim, you're tough. You don't need no shots. He's too young to get it. Apparently you have to be
A certain age.
over 60.
Really? For a shingles shot?
Get the shot. Some are saying 50. Jim says that his doctor told him so.
It's crazy. Well, this one must have been given to me the wrong way. Because I just realized I laid every single block out, and this should be on this side, because this is going to be upside down if it goes on that side.
Do we want to change it quick? We can cut it out.
I've already torn that one off.
Not that one, no.
Yeah, this was the one with the hearts. It was a different one.
That was not the one, no.
I don't know how they got upside down. I had everything stacked nicely.
It's okay, honey. Mistakes happen. Alright.
I do want all my blocks to face the right side up. I'm just going to press that down.
This way?
Yeah, so
Oh.
I can tear it off. Put it on the opposite side.
What are you woman, you're always in such a hurry.
It's because I can't work slow. It doesn't compute for me. Oh, thank you, Heather.
Thank you, Heather. You don't have to always do that, you know. You can take a week off and your husband can go out to eat or something, or take 2 weeks. Take 2 weeks off, go out to eat, something like that, you know. Not that cheap to go out to eat anymore, but you guys can splurge on yourself. See, I like that, Katrina. Katrina says it's a creative goof, not a mistake. Yeah, I like that.
Put this
That
guy
sounds cool.
on this side.
Kim says it's not a goof, it's a new design. I like
Yeah.
that too.
Now I can get back to where I was. It's on a different side. And the other side don't matter because I will be sewing sash.
Don't you need me to iron it? Quick.
Oh no. Alright. Where'd my little snips go? There.
I don't have them. That's all I know. I'm much slower ironing these little things than the big things. A harder time with the little one.
At least they're getting ironed.
Yeah, but I'm not bleeding iron yet.
That's why I'm snipping apart as you do that.
I know you're gonna want me to iron those now too, aren't you?
Alright guys, I'm gonna leave to use the potty for a second.
Well, I guess you guys don't want to just watch the empty screen and me iron. I guess I could come over here and show you blocks or something. Bored of ironing anyway, it's too hot. You can see people's name. Should we go through and look at some of them now? I can pick them up and show you at the same time. Whoa. Okay, I'm doing a terrible job. Oh, I was showing them over there.
Well, let me just
Show you
iron
the
these
monster quick.
because I'm faster.
He hasn't moved since he's been in his spot. Oh, Heather said you're welcome. I do not see you all the time, so I can do it when I see you live. Okay, Heather. Well, thank you. We really do appreciate it. I mean, go back to ironing now.
It's going on faster.
Okay.
And I stood up and I really had to do that, so. it's not gonna get
Crystal asked, what size did you start your blocks at, and what are the sizes of the logs around them?
They were 12.5-inch blocks is what I cut them to. And then I'm adding 1.5-inch strips on two sides, which is my sashing.
Oh, you're ironing them upside down. Why didn't you tell me that? Maybe that would have been quicker for me, too. Did you say 2.5 inches?
No, these are 1.5-inch. 1.5-inch strips and 1.5-inch cornerstones. So they're 1.5-inch by 12.5-inch long pieces. I didn't want a thick sashing because I knew with 12.5-inch blocks that this was already going to be a big quilt. I'm not even going to be adding a border
I can
to
get
it.
Mm.
Because I know that it's going to be huge already.
I need to plug this in. I didn't realize it hasn't been plugged in. What is the center block size?
They were 10.5, I think, if I remember correctly from the swap. And then we added 2.5-inch strips on all four sides.
Can't really measure them with tape measure.
Nope. Some of them were different. Not all of them came out the size they were supposed to for everybody. That's why I trimmed them all down, because some were wrong sizes.
I went to a great niece's wedding on Saturday afternoon. It was done in their backyard. It was so beautiful, and the bride was so anxious that it was of her. She was a beautiful bride.
That's awesome.
Well, Marla says she thinks she means the middle white piece.
Oh, those were 2.5 by 3.5 inches. At least they were supposed to be. There's like 3 in all the whole stack that are a little bit different. People that didn't follow directions completely.
Yeah,
Which
that's what
happens
she's
with
asked.
every swap.
That's what she was asking, the 2.5.
That's why there were block swaps have rules. They didn't all completely come out It was a good thing that these were scrappy blocks anyway, so it didn't make a big deal. But her most recent one obviously needed a little bit more correct amount because they were certain size blocks.
And Penny says the black border makes them going to be awesome.
Yep, and I have all the scraps from cutting that too. That's what that pink tub is over there. Pink tub full of cutoffs for my string bin. Here, I'm going to start sewing. You want to finish doing this?
Yes, I would love to finish ironing. Good night, Lisa.
Good night, anybody that's leaving. Alright, I'm just going to put these all right here and start sewing them on. Nesting them up and just sewing them on. I'm sewing all of them onto the same exact sides too, so that way when I lay it out, the sashing will already be where I need it to be. That way it goes together and I don't have to, you know, pay attention. As long as each row starts and ends with one of these black centered ones. Definitely going to be quite the quilt.
Well, Crystal said it looks like a fun and easy pattern.
Yeah.
Hi, Bernie.
Alright, so here's all the ones with the black. Come on. Now I'm going to start putting all these on this. So here we go. Try to get one on every single one of these. And then the last thing I will do is start putting them together and build the sashing for the top and the left side. Because that's all I'll need after all this. And then it'll be complete.
All done. The open.
I was hoping to be able to do it all in one video, but obviously it seems like it's going to take more than one video to finish the whole top.
I'm sorry, you can blame it on me for going too far. Tanya says, I wish I could teach my hubby to iron. I might get more done. He says, no way. That's sewing is my baby. Oh.
But technically it's not sewing. All he's doing is pressing.
I guess it's part of the whole ordeal.
If he's cold, it's a good job for him. If he gets cold at all, because
Yeah, right now though,
heat it up
this
at
is
the
like
iron.
way too much. It's way too hot. It's not our cold time of the year. Okay, I'm almost done with these stupid little things. Crystal says you're really fast at sewing.
I try to be. I don't like to sew slow because then my mind gets too active and then I'll walk away from it. The slower I am, the harder it is to stay focused. So I have to go faster and get things done faster or else I lose my focus. It's the weirdest thing.
Jim says his wife helps him pick out the fabric. That's as smart as he does.
At least it's something.
Oh, Tanya says she says the whole room is so big. People buy this stuff, but nothing else.
Alright, the stack is a little too high.
Well, I'm quicker with iron than those. Although those are the white ones, huh?
Yeah.
I'm doing the black.
Oh, yeah. Just mix up that.
I am. Okay. I got you covered.
Alright. Keep going. That's all I gotta do. Keep going.
How long are you going for? How long are you going
Probably until all these are sewn on at least, and then
for? Okay, it's almost 7.
I'll come on and put them together on another video.
What are you going to plan for tomorrow? You can do it tomorrow.
Huh?
What are you going to plan for tomorrow? You can do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Not like you can long arm.
Nope. Can't long arm, so I gotta do something else.
You got 9 minutes, 8 minutes. Kim says her late husband helps her pick out fabric and help lay out the blocks. Later he asked me to teach him on her machine. He still hires his block. He wanted to learn it all.
That's good though.
That's funny.
What?
Marla says, tell her, Scott, if she pays minimum wage, she gets minimum wage work. That's a good one. Mary says all day long she sat here without a soul to talk to, and you come on and bam, her phone's going crazy.
That's crazy how that happens, huh?
Not Marla, sorry, Mary said that. I think I said Marla. Sorry. The way of the world.
My phone goes crazy all day, every day. I was a popular person.
Yeah, you always have that. When I met you, you were on your phone all day long, so.
Oh.
Jim says her late husband made a constant was a queen for their bed. He was very helpful. He was very
Aw.
helpful. It was nice.
That's great. Just a few more to go. Definitely fun. I really am liking that I've decided to just do sashing of every color possible than just one plain color. Since it is my quilt, I could put in all that extra effort of the fact that I cut 71 different prints.
Yet another one of your own quilts. You have a lot.
I have 4. Every once in a while, we just need to make a quilt for ourselves, huh, ladies and gentlemen?
You have a lot. I guess it would be a quilter's house now without a lot.
Yeah.
Are you doing borders on the other side?
Only on 7 and 8 of the blocks, because they all get built in. Once I put them together, it's stashed.
Yes, I understand.
So the top and the left-hand side will be the only thing that needs a border. Or the sashing, or whatever you want to call it when it's that direction. The stack gets tall, I gotta snip it down. Alright, here we go.
Is that what the name was? Okay. They're all going in the
Alright,
file.
only a few more left to add the sashing and cornerstone to, and then I can not start putting them together today and wait until tomorrow.
Oh, the kitty cat and chickens. Now that is cute. Kitty cats and chickens. Oh yeah. With Santa Claus, you can't beat it.
almost done.
Oh, what time are we going to come on tomorrow? Did you come on? At all?
I have no idea. Because what's tomorrow, Monday?
Yes.
I have no idea.
Okay then. Raise your answer, Katrina. She has no idea.
I'll put a, you know, that really sucks for you guys because I am not a scheduled person with a YouTube channel. It makes it hard, you know, and I'm sorry about that, but if you guys put me on a schedule and I say I'm going to do something at a certain time and my spontaneous day gets messed up by doing something else and then not, oh shoot, I was supposed to do that, you know what I mean? Then it just ruins everything. So I don't want to give you guys a specific time if I'm not going to come on at a specific time because that happens in my life.
You don't give Tiff a schedule because she won't do it.
No, I am not a scheduled person at all whatsoever.
I schedule all
But-
the doctor's appointments.
And
I
he
have
don't
to
tell me
her.
about them. He tells me the day of my doctor's appointments.
Yeah, so.
All right.
There you go. There's all the black ones.
So what it's going to look like in turn is it's just going to be this. So the sashing and cornerstone is already pre-built on it. Just pretend I'm putting them all together properly, you know? So it'll be going like this. Obviously there'll be everybody else's blocks. The blacks are only going on the, so you can see that the sashing is already pre-built. The blacks are going to be down just the sides of the quilt, but for now I'm just laying these like this so that you can see pretty much the general idea of how they're going to lay out, and the sashing's already there. So the sashing will already be on the right hand side and across the bottom of the quilt when it is finished. So all I have to do is take the leftover 15 strips to go, because it's 7 by 8, that's 15 of these, and then 17 cornerstones to go the rest of the way around, because it'll have to end with a cornerstone and start with a cornerstone. So that's why I'll need a couple more than I will with my actual strips. So the whole top of the quilt and down the right or left hand side will be the only place I need to hook all these together to be sashing. And again, they're just 12.5 inches by 1.5 inch because we didn't change any size, because cornerstones take that corner place. So that's all I have to do when this is completely done. So that's how it will lay out, like that. And that way I don't have to do anything besides follow a chart. All I have to do is make sure that these start, the black centers will start and end on every single row. And then there's one that's going to be somewhere in there, and then my other block is in white, so it doesn't really matter where that ends up, you know? So that's how it would go. Are they able to see this right here?
Yeah, they
Oh,
can see it.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I forgot this is the close-up camera.
Yes, they can see you.
All right, so that's what's going to
They
happen.
can see the blocks sitting there. They can see the blocks sitting there.
So I will just take one of these and then one of the named ones and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, putting them together, and it'll end, the seventh one will end with this. So it'll start with one and end with one on every row. And then they should go together. So whenever I get a chance tomorrow to come on, I'll try to give you guys the half an hour or hour warning. And then I'll come on and start putting the rows together, because there's a lot of pressing left, and yeah, there's a lot of pressing left.
Teresa says, your body and how you are feeling dictates your day.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, you're turning it? Okay. I'm going to have all the pressing done for you.
That's fine. All right, give me the thing and I'll read the rest of the comments while I get off of here.
Okay, where... here at Margaret's scheduling.
Wow, you guys should see, playing with fabric, this screen is literally coated in dust.
Put her ironing the fabric right next to her.
Now I can read it. Let's
That's what those
see.
big things are for, wiping dust off, huh?
Yep, exactly. Marines in the Facebook. I don't like schedules. Thank God for retirement. Yes. Let's see. No worries. Love surprises. And I see the notifications when you're on. Awesome. Love the look. Here's what a gift. One of those in there's nice looking blocks. Gift from mother much to me. I'd rather see my daughters and grandchildren. I think it's fabulous quilt. It'll be great to use with leftover pieces. Love the way it's looking so far. Love all the colors. Enjoy dinner and a movie, and that's exactly what we're doing is dinner and a movie.
Hey, do you have more than one of these Tiffany's quilting blocks?
Only one. I only saved one. The rest of that's what these are. The black. I took all the whites out that were leftovers and put black in it.
Oh, I think you should have added more than one.
Nope, it only needed the one.
Grumpy butt.
Yep, that was the grumpy butt.
I like
So,
the Tiffany's quilting
we're gonna
block.
get off of here, and he's just gonna finish pressing.
I don't have that much left.
I will be on tomorrow. Just wait for the notification sometime. And if it doesn't happen, don't freak out. Anyways, anybody have any questions? Nothing? Okay.
Well, you have the screen. You gotta read the screen. Here,
I'm gonna catch some 4 a.m. I remember Squeak is in the union. Yeah.
Squeak is in the what?
In the union. In a union. Good night, all. All right. Good night, everybody, and thank you for hanging out. And I hope you guys all got to sew on a Sunday. And if not, enjoyed hanging out with me and everybody else here. And don't forget, if you are new to my channel, in the description below every video, you guys could join the group, follow me on Instagram. There's donate buttons if you feel like doing that. There's all sorts of links to all sorts of stuff in the description below every single video. And what else? That's it. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, like my videos, and share them with your quilty friends. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. And, well, whenever else throughout the rest of the week. So,
Good
bye,
night.
everyone.